Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Darnold from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. First carry for James Conner. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold finds his running back, James Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one. That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 23 carries, 86 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
A Redskin 1st down. The pickup, 15 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Washington's got it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
That's on Marquise Pouncey, the former Florida Gator. They run with Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Looking to throw. Williams. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Uzomah. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. A first down throw, Darnold. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Darnold, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Darnold. Oh, he's going to go for it all, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Complete to Washington. That one goes for 8 yards.
Let's go! Let's go!
An 8-yard pickup. And the Redskins first down.
Get him! Get him! Get him! Check!
Now a first down carry for Harris.
Go, go, go! Run!
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go, D.
Off play action. Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw. Williams got an open man. It's Washington. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On the draw, it's Harris. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Williams. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So that one will be accepted. On second down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Conner. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. On second down, it's Bowman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. These two teams all tied after one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Conner. And a solid run down inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 29, Darnold. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That's what I'm talking about, boy.
8 yards on the
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gay's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Williams. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of routing, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Darnold. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Darnold now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 38, Darnold toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Let's go.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Williams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's Williams on 3rd down. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Williams. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Damian Harris, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third and long, it's Darnold. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. On the draw, Connor. And an alley to run. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game, because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Callaway, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Redskins 17.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Connor, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. And to give this time to the tailback. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Williams now to throw on second down. Completes it to Aguilar. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. On first down, Harris. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. Aguilar has it. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Mike, 58, right there. It's a party now. It's a party now.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 2nd and 2. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That's it. Big hit.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Darnold from the gun, and he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Looking to throw. Williams. Damian Harris, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Williams going to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Williams operating from the gun. They'll roll him out right.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Here's Williams from the gun on 3rd down. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Harris. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Nelson Aguilar. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Intended for James Washington. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Returnable here for Davis. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Let's go, let's go.
On 3rd down, Williams. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 14. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Passer defense.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Redskins scoop it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
They'll run again with Harris. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Back to throw. Williams. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Here's Harris. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Easy work. Coming again. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Right here, right here.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. To throw is Darnold.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the 5-yard line.
57 to Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Darnold to throw again, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown, and the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Gay is on for the point after. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Looking to throw. Williams. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the draw, Connor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
From the 38, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better be ready next time.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm coming back.
And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything, nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Here's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Well, this is Callaway on the receiving end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards there, a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Now Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On third down, here's Harris. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And the Steelers set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. On 4th down, Darnold, and it is incomplete.
Let's go.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Redskins, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.